done over the last 12 months is we have taken this beautiful arts and crafts hotel that is roughly 17 years old, and we really reimagined the spaces within the rooms to make them feel still in keeping with the arts and crafts styling, but making them feel more like today. And we have 1,019 rooms here. 945 are our guest rooms, along with the balance being in our DVC or Disney Vacation Club villas. We did a refresh on the villas, and then when we got to the main part of the hotel, we decided that we were going to completely gut the rooms. So we took them back to the concrete and studs, and then we recreated them. And a lot of our WDI partners like to say, this was taking that arts and crafts bungalow and making it feel like you took it from your grandmother and you inherited from her, and you put your own little spin on it, but still kept it as arts and crafts. And I think when you walk in the rooms today, you will certainly get a sense and feel of that styling, still rich in its heritage, but at the same time, very much in keeping with today. And you're going to have a tour of the rooms, but I will tell you that what we did is we thought about each aspect of it to make it feel family friendly, but at the same time also make it feel like we are in tune with our current guest. For example, we have multiple plugs for your devices. So if you run out of juice sometime in the course of today, we can plug into a room and you'll have plenty of outlets for the entire group. We did additional lighting. We did an enlarged television that will be interactive, and at the same time looking at the bathroom amenities, looking at carpeting, looking at bedding, looking at all the things that make a room great, and really put a lot of emphasis on those things. We know that we're nicely nestled between California Adventure and downtown Disney, and so I think that when you look at the styling of this hotel and you look at how we really complement that environment, I know that you'll feel very much immersed in it as a guest and feel very much a part of the entertainment that's going on the park side, as well as the entertainment that's going on the downtown Disney side. Today, we're also going to give you a sneak peek at our new concierge lounge on level 6. That one has been completely reimagined as well. And even though it's still in the rough side of construction, if you use a little bit of imagination, I think you can get there in terms of what it's going to look like and feel like.
What I want to just preface this with is that when you come up to the concierge level, hopefully what you feel is that you truly are on a different level in the hotel in terms of that style and that approach. And when you come off the elevators, our intent here is to truly make it feel welcoming and at home. So all of our concierge guests, and we have 77 rooms that are devoted to concierge service. And what that means for us is that you check in up here on this level. When a guest arrives, they come directly up to level 6. We check them in on this level and we escort them to their rooms. If the room is not ready, which in some cases it's not, we do have the concierge lounge here that they can wait in. We can arrange to store their luggage, or they can hang out with us and through the course until they're ready, until the room is ready and ready to go. We really wanted this initial impression to be relaxing, to be welcoming, and to be very home-like. So this is not completed, but what you'll find when it is done is that we will have desks on either side, in each corner over here. You will have this living room area that will be your area to check in and relax and sit down. We'll have some additional seatings in the corners, so that if you have a larger party, we have enough room for you all to sit down in. And obviously any guest that wants to go ahead and go into the concierge lounge may do so as soon as they arrive. With that said, I did want to just introduce you to the new concierge lounge as well. So if you notice, when you look at these computer renderings, and you'll get a chance to take a sneak peek in here in just a moment, this has a slightly different feel than the rest of the hotel. So this is inspired by Macintosh. Macintosh was one of the pioneers of the arts and crafts movement. He actually took inspiration from Frank Lloyd Wright as well as Green and Green, and he brought that movement to Europe. And in bringing it to Europe, he wanted to make it feel just a little bit more contemporary, and at the same time, though, keeping with that arts and crafts styling. So when you look at this, you'll notice that the lines on this for example, on this table here, have a real architectural feel to it, but notice how thin and slim they are compared to a slightly larger profile on some of the Frank Lloyd Wright pieces, for example. You'll notice that the interest in the chairs is also a very prominent feature. This one has a high back with a wooden back and leather on the front. So those elements are all part of Macintosh's work to make them feel a little bit more contemporary, but still keeping within that genre of arts and crafts. The other thing that I will point out is that when you walk into the concierge room lounge, there is a living room feel. So you have that living room feel when you're out here, you have that living room feel when you walk in. And then in addition to that, there's a combination of traditional dining tables along with sofas and chairs. And just like we had down in the lobby where you had that communal gathering spot, we know that that mood will continue up on this level as well, and we want to continue to foster that kind of gathering in that spot to have a cocktail, enjoy a light snack, or maybe even some heavier meals as well. If you look on this drawing, or this rendering rather, you'll notice that, you know, all of the service areas on one wall previously was on two different walls and some islands. So we really opened up the interior space to really allow it to be a lot more user-friendly. And I think we're going to get a lot better flow in the space as well. It's not an incredibly large space, but feels very spacious at the same time. And I think when you walk in, you'll get a sense and feel of that as well.